Jason and Jabari. Jason and Jabari.
Alrighty, what is up, guys? This is Jason from the Jason and Jabari Gaming, and today we have our 25th rank 3 champion. Currently, these are our rank 3 champions that I have. So there's 24 of them. There's 4 rows, 6 going across vertically, and 6 going across horizontally, and 4 going up or down depending on how you're looking at it vertically. But anyway, so 6 times 4, 24. So there you go. And then yeah, we're gonna decide today on who we will be taking to rank 3. So we have a couple of options, guys. We have a few different options. So I'm just getting the choices that we have. So let's go to rank 1s and rank 2s. All right, so that way it's a little easier. And actually we could just do like rank 2s because I'm not going to take anyone from rank 1 to rank 2. But here we go. Here are our options. We have Sunspot. We have Gore. We have Captain America Infinity War. We have Spot. We have Gladiator. We have Null. We have Mysterio. We have Iron Man. We have Arcade. We have Storm. We have King Groot. We have Adam Warlock. We have Bishmon. We have Silver Warrior. We have Colossus. We have Warlock. We have Thing. Superior Iron Man. Havoc. Deathless Vision. Beta Ray Bill. Hulkbuster. Wolverine. And finally Deadpool. Now, I was told by my alliance, and I said to my alliance that I wanted to do a rank 3 of my choosing, you know, just like a pleasure rank up, kind of, but not really. Like, it serves a purpose. So that's why it's not exactly a pleasure rank up. Like, it serves a purpose. And while I don't know if this will help my alliance, I did know that I wanted to do just a rank up that I thought would be beneficial for Battlegrounds, for this meta. This meta, and I'm not talking like the victory track, that doesn't matter. You can just power your way through that regardless. But this meta, there's a lot of power gain and a lot of nonsense involved, and it's going to be a nightmare, in my opinion, for a lot of people. So I want to contribute to that nightmare for people, or I want to have somebody that I think can mitigate that nightmare as much as possible for myself. So in my opinion, you kind of need more so of a, you kind of need a power control champion. And if you don't have a power control champion, then you need somebody who benefits from the tactic or something like that. Or you need somebody who can hurry up and nuke it, or you need a nasty defender to help either be ban fodder or just to help you win some of the nastier matchups that you yourself are going to be partaking in. So that's my logic. Yeah, let's just go down the list here. Sunspot is a nuke. Basically the way the tactic works is every hit you have a 40% chance to inflict yourself with a placebo buff, and since you get a buff, if you're not buff immune, then you will in turn give your opponent a power gain, a passive power gain, while you have buffs. So essentially they're going to keep power gaining if you don't have a way to stop that. But Sunspot's playstyle basically is like parry heavy esque SP1, SP2. So he's pretty fast in this meta, and I think he's viable in this meta. But again, you don't really have a way to stop the placebo buffs on yourself, but he doesn't need a lot of hits. If you hit into the opponent, you apply a incinerate on them, assuming they're not incinerate immune. And then the way he works is his stun duration lasts based off of the incinerates that they have on them. So basically you take those incinerates back, and that elongates your parry. And then when you throw off a special one, depending on how many SP1s you've done, your SP2 does massive damage. So generally his rotation at a rank 3 level would be 1 SP1, 1 SP2, and generally they're dead. Sometimes you could just go straight to the SP2. So that's, in my opinion, a nuke. So he's definitely up for consideration. Gore is not someone I really want to take up, but in this meta, technically he could work a little bit. Because, I mean, with all the power gain and stuff, you don't want to... I mean, some people know how to dex his special 2, but his special 3, depending on if they have any debuffs applied to them, it could hit potentially pretty hard. So he could be kind of nasty, but a lot of people will be running Mystic Champion, so I don't think that's the play at all, especially since you could not use him very well or effectively on attack because of all the shadow magic buffs that he has. So yeah, I'm not real sold on Gore, but he could technically be nasty at some point, but I don't think so. Captain America Infinity War, he's a little bit of a slower play, but he could work for this meta. He would hit pretty hard with his SP2, assuming you can get that off, and you built up your parries and stuff like that. Spots, I don't think Spot's gonna work very well because you're gonna be, maybe he could, you could throw off like an SP1 or something like that, but I just don't see him being great. But you know, the SP1 makes him buff immune, but the SP2 is what really does all that damage. So yeah, I just don't see it happening or being great, but you know what, that's for you guys to decide. Gladiator is a no. Null could potentially be pretty good. Mysterio would be pretty good, especially for dominoes and stuff like that. Iron Man, probably not. I'm probably not going to use him very much. Arcade would be pretty good. He could be a very nasty defender, especially if he just spams special ones. You could get yourself caught up in some trouble, and not too many people will be running the cosmic champions to shut him down, really. So he could be really problematic, in my opinion. Storm is not probably the greatest for this meta. Deathless Groot is definitely not a good one. Adam, Superior Iron Man, those are both not going to be good. Bishmon could be pretty good, but at the same time, he gains buffs, the prowess buffs, so he might not be your best bet there. Civil Warrior, same story. Colossus, same story. Warlock. He could be decent because he could do some power control for you, but his armor up could potentially hinder your cause a little bit. But I think he'll be fine, honestly. But he could be a little tricky in the beginning there. Thing, I don't think he's going to be the best, but I mean, he is Nullify immune. Obviously, you don't really use Thing on attack, so as a rank 3 defender, he could be a decent stall option, assuming they don't have a decent champion like Black Cat or someone to completely nuke him. Havoc, he could work relatively well. I think he would be fine, but I personally am not going to do him. Deathly Vision is a no. Beta Ray Bill is a no. Hulkbuster won't be great this meta, I don't think, but he does have some power control, so I could be wrong about that. But with his armor up buffs and things of that nature, again, he might be a detriment. Weapon X, he could be nice, and Deadpool is just not a Battlegrounds champion, but he's a fun champion though. So all that being said, I don't think anyone actually saw this coming. I did make mention of it to some people, but honestly, guys, who I'm going to go with is a defender, and that's going to be Arcade. I truly, sincerely think that he's going to be nasty on defense, and I truly want you guys to suffer, sincerely. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and take up Arcade to rank 3. you are welcome. If you face me and you do not ban him, then you will learn firsthand that he could be a problem. And the more problems that I have, the better off I'll be. Because offensively, sure, you have options and that could be a thing. But this meta, everybody's going to be kind of a problem to a certain degree if you don't have like buff immunity. So if I continue to add to problems, let me give you examples. Let me show you. Let's just go visually here. If I continue to add to problems, let's do this so that way you guys can see it. All right, so we have 25, right? So Nightcrawler can be a problem, Domino could be a problem, Photon could be a problem, Atuma could be a problem, Kendrick could be a problem, Korg could be a problem, Killmonger could be a problem, Serpent could be a problem, Man-Thing could be a problem, Bullseye could be a problem, Enchantress could be a problem, Maestro could be a problem, Red Skull, Piggy, etc. Now Arcade. So you get it, like you can only ban 3. So you could try to limit my attack if you want, but from what I've seen, a lot of people are limited the defenders like they did last meta. They wanted to limit what defenders you could get. So the more defenders that I have, I could still have a decent chance of pulling a nasty defender and then you having to face that defender. And I think Arcade, I don't think he's the best defender under normal circumstances, but under these circumstances, I absolutely think he's going to be an issue. So I don't know. You can feel free to agree or disagree in the comment section as to why. I'll always take into consideration what you guys say respectfully. That's all I ask, is that you guys be respectful about your comments. And yeah, man, I can't wait. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. The question of the day will be in a separate recording. And yeah, man, keep liking and subscribing and helping us grow. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Peace. All right, what's up, guys? Last time I asked you guys a question on how to improve Battlegrounds, and here are you guys' responses. DTM says, update the rewards. Top Celestial players should be getting better rewards in solo events. Update store and keep more points in GC versus the victory track, which are all valid points in my opinion. So hopefully Kabam listens. Next up, we have Forgotten. And Forgotten says, change scoring system for solo and ally events. Earn more points for winning at higher difficulty levels in GC, which would be awesome. Victory track points would be fixed, so hopefully I could stop point farming. Cav and under players need less wins into the GC to be fair. I agree. And then fair game when they get into the GC. And rewards in GC, make those more meaningful. Basically buff the rewards. So hopefully Kabam listens to that one. Excellent answers, guys. Next up we have Robert, who says he would improve Battlegrounds starting with the store and then give like more rank up materials, so that way it can help, you know, with progression level and general questing, which is very valid and needed in my opinion. Next up we have Nick Flex, and he says he thinks Battlegrounds is actually needed to be tested first. So they need to do their testing of the metas, because they've been lacking on doing that in some people's minds, and they've equated to bad metas. So that's very valid. And then we have Kurd Bros here, and then he says he definitely wants to tweak the rewards, and he wants the AI to be good. So that's basically some of the answers that we received. We want to make you guys' voices heard. Hopefully Kabam listens, and thank you guys for your answers. The question of the day is, what is you guys' biggest pet peeve? Here, as you guys have been noticing in the background, is Arcade doing arcade things for this meta. These is, again, some of the best players right now in Battlegrounds. Yeah, as you see, this is the first week, and Arcade is just absolutely destroying stuff. So he's definitely doing his job, and I'm very happy with this rank up. Keep liking and subscribing, helping us grow. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.